think it's going live right now. We're live. Yay. Okay. I don't know how this new stuff works. It confuses me a little bit, you know. What is up, everybody? Wisebot. I have a Wisebot? Huh. Interesting. I need to figure out bots still. I still haven't. I need to get Nightbot on here. Stuff like that. What is up, everybody? How everybody doing? Let me give you a little chat background here. That way we can see it better. There we go. Now we can see chat a little nicer. That's good. That's pretty good. We live, baby. Oh, I didn't turn on. Oh, I did turn on low latency this time. Genius. Let me go check the Twitch. Let me go alert the Discord. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is buying Spider-Man booster packs worth it if I play Commander? I'm gonna say something. This is my blanket understanding. I'm at a point now as well where I kind of feel like I never want Wizards of the Coast to care about me. So I'm just gonna say it. Literally never buy a sealed pack of Magic. Ever. Unless it's for fun. Like, unless the opening experience is the fun. If that makes any sense. So, I buy sealed packs for one of two reasons. As a gift or to draft. That is it. I have not personally opened up any Magic sealed product outside of those two reasons in at least 3 years. Yeah, it's hard to quit opening packs. It's a genuine addiction, and it is very hard to kick. Like, very hard. So, I just bought my first sealed boxes of Magic in years recently. And we're going to be using it for a giveaway stream. So, I think it's in October is when the plan is to launch that. So very excited about that. Let me alert stream here. We live on YouTube and Twitch. Sorry, I just had my lunch. But yeah, I personally don't open up Magic product anymore. I just feel like it always burns me. What's up, Mally? What's up, Fuzzy? Blaneable, Spiral. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I spent like debilitating amounts of money when I originally got into Magic on product. It was horrible. Like, it was a genuine issue and condition. Like, yeah. I think everyone goes through pack addiction. I mean, like, oh man, Pokemon people are so much worse than Magic people, though. Holy cow, I feel bad for anyone interested in, like, Pokemon and stuff like that. Y'all get, like, wrecked by pack opening. Because from what I understand, in Pokemon, you know, all they're doing is chasing the card they want to open. They're not, like, gonna actually play with any of the cards. Like, maybe they collect a few, but that's what doesn't make sense to me about Pokemon at all. Like, I don't know anyone who opens up Pokemon packs and actually plays the game. Which is so uncomfortable to me. It's really weird to me. But yeah, I'm very hype. I've noticed, I think we get I feel like we get more viewers here on stream when I stream at 2 o'clock. I don't know, so we may start pushing back stream to 2 o'clock in the future. But yeah. Yeah, as a collector's hobby, yeah. I agree. It feels more like a CCG than a TCG. let me make a counter argument. Pokemon packs have a chance to get every card in a set. Oh, okay, yeah. So Pokemon packs are unified. Okay, I'd love to be taught more. Now that I understand that Pokemon packs are unified, how many sets a year do they release? Teach me more here. Just as many. So here, let me do a little Googling here. How many how many Pokemon sets release a year? 5 to 6. Okay. 5 to 6. You get 3 regular sets and 3 specials. So that's actually a lot lower than Magic. That's a lot lower than Magic. Magic releases like 8 a year, not including all the extra separate drops it does, like Secret Lair and stuff. Yeah, so Pokemon has 3 main sets and then 2 to 3 extras. Almost time for Glunch. Yeah, Andrew. I like that. That was solid. That was good. Good meme. Good meme. I mean, Wizards technically prints both games, Fuzzy. So, I don't know when they'll pull out that because they still have to purchase the IP. But Pokemon Magic crossover would probably be the best-selling set of all time. Final Fantasy will be the best-selling set until then, most likely. I highly doubt we're going to see a bigger set than Final Fantasy for a long time. Like, I don't think people realize how perfect of a crossover that was. Like, they hit the perfect age range of people that have money and play this game, like the mid-30s. Mid-30s to early 40s. With that set, that was insane. Counter to my own counter, half my pod are ex-Pokemon players that found out Magic. Yeah, I'm noticing that more and more as well. Yeah. Absolutely with that. What's up? It's just Pal. How you doing? Welcome to the Twitch stream. It's cool getting a multi-stream now. I'm enjoying it. It feels a little weird seeing like the view counts separated between the 2 streaming services. That I'm like, oh my god, we only have 16, and then I'm like, oh, we actually have like 30 people watching. So I got to get over that. I get like worried. I'm like, oh no, am I doing something wrong? Is it just, you know? I'm like, uh-oh. Hey, I just watched a YouTube video and decided to check you out, and you're on Twitch. Ayo, thank you. Glad we found you. You caught me live. Absolutely. Yeah, today we have 9 custom decks made. Good morning, Retro. Good to see you. Man, y'all have no idea how much y'all are just like family to me. I get to pop on here and I'm like, I get to say hi to my favorite people. How do we get a Discord link? Zach Miller, it is in the Patreon. I think it's the $2 tier that gets you access. I do a paid wall Discord for 2 reasons. 1, spammers can't get in. It's worth it. 2, the people that are there actually really want to be there, and so like our Discord is extremely active. At the moment, we're averaging 200 to 300 messages a day on Discord. So like it's very active. I think there's people right now. Yeah, there's people right now watching stream in the Discord chatting in VC as well. It's really cool. Yeah, so head on over to the Patreon. What's up, Krug? How you doing? Are y'all ready for some custom decks? How's everyone? Is everyone ready? We got on deck today. Let's look at the calendar. Today's decks are for... Yeah, the Glunch deck's going to be awesome. It's Andrew's. Okay. Today's decks are Fuzzy, Soul, Otter Pirate, Memo, Levi, Matt, Andrew, Wheelmaster, and Kanan. We got 9 decks. That is hype as heck. But y'all know how we do stream. It's time to chat for a little bit. How was everyone's weekend, y'all? I did. Yeah, Memo, I read every single personal message with the decks. I would be an insane person if I did not. It's just free advice. Well, not like advice, but like free like insight. Memo, I'm going to read yours out real quick because I remember reading it this morning because I go back through all the decks beforehand, before stream, and I do like my last, minute edits. You said, the current commander is Lotho Corrupt Sheriff purely for Orzhov ramp. It was previously more of a combo deck with Selenia Dark Angel. Please change if you find something better. And you had said, hey, Defcat, I've been brewing and adding to this deck over the course of many years. The main theme and idea is Ascension, to become an indestructible lich. Like, you started it with that. I was, like, on board. And so I made you something. I'm going to spoil it for you. It's not Lotho. It's not Lotho. I did, in fact, choose a new commander. I think you're going to love it. I'm really excited to get into it. Here, let me clear my throat. One second. There we go. Awesome. Much better. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be reading out some of the wild things that were sent to me recently. Not wild in a bad way. It sounds kind of like wild. Oh, no. We're going to be reading out what the patrons actually sent me to describe the decks they wanted. Yeah, I went and made you something wild. I'm gonna spoil you. There are no creatures in your deck. There are no creatures. How was your weekend? Any tournaments, events coming up you're excited for? Yes. My weekend was incredible. I got to see my best friend from high school and his new girlfriend, and he went and sat with me in church for the first time, which was so exciting. Krug, welcome to the kitty committee, dude. Thank you so much for subbing. This means you get to do Hear Me Outs when we're doing this. Can't wait for you to see that. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, and yeah, we got to see long story short, my friend got to go to church the first time with me. It was absolutely incredible. I've been telling him about my love for Christ for years and years and years, so I'm really excited he has some level of interest. It was a beautiful weekend. We played mechs and minions all weekend. No retro. It's not a Cody deck. It's a black and white deck. It's Orzhov. Yeah, subbing before sending the first message is a massive power move. You love it. Krug, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the amens. I'm so glad. I know there's a lot of people that prefer Twitch, so I am doing streams on Twitch as well. I'm gonna be making 13 new subscriber emotes as well soon. They're all animated as well. How do you feel about the Anti-Venom card coming up? It's one of the only Spider-Man cards I'm wanting to mess with. There's a few Spider-Man cards that are very worth getting into, and I think I might do a set review video if people are interested. I think that's something I'm going to start doing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I followed your lead on No Creatures. You're working on a Ratadrabic of Urborg deck. Ooh, nice. Nice. Long-time lurker. Hell yeah. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Gwenum the Remorseless. Yeah. Here's the thing. Should the set review be a subscriber-only thing? Or should it be like a public video? Because I don't really know if people really want to hear me yap about a set review, on YouTube. Oh, Retro. Thank you so much. Everyone, give it up for Retro. Big amens to Retro. Thank you so much for that. So, Retro, it's your choice. I've got Bible study tonight. What should I bring? What is this $20 going toward at the Bible study? What are the dudes getting? What kind of snacks? It's unfortunate how many cards in the Spider-Man I think could be playable. Yeah, I agree with you, Fuzzy. Who cares if they want to see you yap? More views, pop off. Who knows? Yeah, we could do snacks, Bible study draft night. Hey, love to hear that. I think a public one would be good. We should try it out. We'll do a tryout, you know? Like, we'll do like a Spider-Man honest thoughts video. That's true. That's true. That's the weird thing. People are like, Def Cat, we value your opinion. And I'm like, I feel clinically insane. Yo, flavor blasted goldfish retro. That's actually a genius idea. And then I can like hand it out in little cups. That's genius. That's genius. I like that. Definitely. Okay. I will send you pictures. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, if you ever donate to the stream, and I guess I need to put this in the description, I show you what the money's spent on and send it back to you. Like, when everyone donated for my anniversary night dinner so I could take my wife out to a nice dinner, we sent photos to the Discord. So, yeah, Cheeto fingers for the Lord, LMAO. Oh my gosh. Andrew, thank you so much. Oh man, Andrew, I cooked on your deck. I'm really excited. Guys, thank you so much. You're all so sweet. Oh my goodness. Andrew, I think I know what I'm doing with that 50. I think you're gonna like it. There's a big festival coming up on a Saturday where we're gonna be doing a big we're doing like a music show, like a big concert for Healing Charlotte, which is where I live. So we're gonna be doing all proceeds to helping the homeless, or those experiencing homelessness in our area. So let me cook something up with that 50 for that. I think I can do something really sweet with that. Thank you. What do I think that is the best bracket 2 list right now? I love your question. Guys, let's zero in on this question for 1 second before we keep going here. The best bracket 2 lists do not care about consistency. They care about running the most fun cards within the list, and they have secret commanders, because bracket 2 runs about the most removal of any bracket, because they don't run counter spells really in bracket 2. And there's a lot of board wipes in bracket 2. So having some secret commanders, and or at least one, not running any tutors, and definitely decks that aren't concerned about removal as much, so less creature heavy, but still being able to survive other people's aggro decks. I'd say that's like the best bracket 2 style list. But then you have to, like, again, we're placating the idea that you're also not being a bad actor, and you're being like, oh, it's bracket 2, and then it's like Magda and you win on turn 3. Like, that's dumb, you know? Retro, Andrew, thank you so much. I'm really excited to use what you've given me to give back to my local community. You guys are the best. Retro, I'd go harder, but my IRL buddy is celebrating his first stream anniversary. I'll be dropping 100 subs. Yo, Retro, what a G. Amens to Retro, y'all. Holy crap, what a friend. That is so awesome of you, dude. Memo, you said, like a little fun door to nothingness to exile you to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, that's fun. Isn't bracket 2 about casual fun, not really hard to win? I don't know. Brought out my bracket 2 in my LGS and people got mad when I did Omniscience combo in turn 10. That's the weird part about bracket 2. So for me, bracket 2 means this deck can lose to a precon. That's what it means to be bracket 2. Can this deck lose to a precon? If yes, and you have no game changers, and there's no 2-card infinites, you're bracket 2. But that's like the biggest thing they need to add in the bracket 2 section, is like, can this deck lose to precons? Then yeah, it's bracket 2. Yeah, no tutors, no game changers. I just think tutors suck in general. I hate tutors. I'd rather just run more fun cards. Like, making a deck more consistent and playing commander just doesn't... That's dumb. Like, leave that for CDH, where you're trying to be competitive, you know? Like, why leave it in... Like, I don't know. I don't run tutors in bracket 3. Silly. Yep. Yeah, turn 10 is late game enough. That's fine. I made some changes from the deck review you suggested, and it has really, and it actually has an out that isn't waiting to scoop. Oh yeah, hold on. I made some changes from the deck review you suggested, and it actually has an out that isn't waiting for the scoop. Nice. I'm so happy to hear that. Very happy to hear you enjoyed it. Yeah, infinite loops aren't in bracket. I just don't think you should have infinites in bracket 2. Not because you shouldn't or can't or whatever. I just don't think you're going to have fun. Like you, the person playing the deck, aren't even going to have fun. Screw if your opponents are even having fun. You're not even having fun. Like, why are you playing infinites? You're not going to enjoy that. It's literally stealing candy from a baby. Like, you should walk away from that feeling like you sinned, you know? Like when you perform a bracket 2 infinite. Like, dumb. Like, no one's going to stop you. No one's going to be able to stop you. I've been kicked out of bracket 2 tables because I ran a single removal card. Ooh. Ooh. Jeez Louise. Bracket 2 is normally where I see the most removal, though. That's crazy. It's my remake. Oh, it's your remake of the reverse landfall deck. Heck yeah. I think that'll be my first Magic video. Did 100k views, which is really cool. Thanks for the roast yesterday. Definitely powering my deck down and removing all the game changers. They were flavor adds, but not needed. Yeah. I agree with that, Fuzzy. There's just certain decks that you will enjoy more. You'll have more fun, you know? Yeah, I agree with you, Paul. The best bracket 2 is the one you and your table have the most fun with. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. Absolutely. Yeah. You're working on a Rabidratic Urborg deck. Ooh. Cool Enduring Dev. Very cool. Am I missing Enduring Dev's messages on here? I don't... Oh, there it is. No, I just missed your bracket 2 Lipause deck. Yeah. Lipause is definitely tricky. Same with Zur the Enchanter. It's hard to build it where it's not overly consistent to the point where it's not fun, you know? The biggest fun is to run a deck that is hard to not go infinite with and have no infinites. Yeah. I might need your help, Def Cat, on what to cut and put your suggestions in the roast. Yeah, hit me up on Discord. Yeah, absolutely. Well, sweet. Y'all, thank you so much, Andrew and Retro. Thank you so much for your donations. I can't wait to send you guys pictures for your donations on the Discord. I hope you guys are excited for that. But it is time to... Oh, wow. Y'all are too nice to me. I love the 1999, baby. Wacky Pizza Man, a bit late. I appreciate your take on the deck box for peak aura farming. I put in this month's deck request in. Also, I played Zidane deck and used Fling on their Jumbo Cactor I stole for the finish. Yo, you flung a Jumbo Cactor you stole? Oh my god! Wacky! That's so awesome! That's so sick. Did you claim... So you claimed the firstborn and then flung it? Was it claim the firstborn? What'd you steal it with? Oh, that's so sick. Oh my goodness. That's absolute cinema. Thank you so much again for your donation. Wacky. I'm going to be sending pictures from my Bible study tonight. And a big thank you for my group for providing us dinner tonight. Thank you so much. Yeah, perfect Final Fantasy flavor win too. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But yeah, again, if you guys want, if you want to be on this stream and you're watching right now and you're not currently on it and you're not scheduled, go buy yourself a deck on Patreon. The Patreon is popping. We're going to get to have extra streams because of your generosity on Patreon. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for doing so. Oh my god. Major. If it isn't the commander deck build of Aura Farmer himself on a glorious Tuesday. Oh, okay. I have to give you guys something at this point for being so generous. You guys are being incredible today. Oh my god. I'm gonna leak the next video right now. The next Commander Vault video. You guys have now donated $115 a stream. You guys deserve something. I am building another Commander Vault deck, which is just like the reverse landfall list. Y'all get to see it now. You guys just get to see it now. I'm going to show you a bunch of the cards, and then you guys can guess what the deck is. How about that? Do we like that? You guys are the bomb. Oh my gosh. All right, let me move some cards out of the way. Let me get the playmat cam. Oh my gosh. You guys are so sweet. I love y'all. All right. Pay no attention to the cards in the corner. They make no sense. All right. All right. We've moved enough. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get this top-down camera going here in the background. Scene. Let me get the playmat cam out. All right, y'all, it's time. It's time. Let's get the playmat cam out. And then, there we go. Okay, okay. All right, chat. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me get the cards. Let me get the cards. Guys, you guys are so amazing. Thank you, Major. All right, I'm going to shuffle them up so you won't know. All right. Our first card, and then let me get a... Do you guys want to zoom in? We can zoom in. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. All right. Playmat cam. Zoom. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'll put it right here. All right. Here are the cards. Here are the cards. Let me get a good zoom on that. Okay. Zoom. Oh. Jet Medallion. Blood for Bones. Dragon Skull Summit. Dread Return. This is the Great Unclean One from Fallout. Or not Fallout, sorry, from Warhammer. Reaver Demon. Are we cooking? Are we cooking? Rakdos, Lord of Muscle. Or Lord of Riots, my bad. We got Stitch together. Soul Herder. Obnixilis the Fallen. Oh, yeah. There are 32 demons in this deck. Infernal Sovereign. Razaket the Foul-Blooded. Burning Rune Demon. Sign in Blood. Black Market Connections. Demon Lord Belzenlock. Oh, and it's all blinged out. Donated by a sponsor, by the way. I got a sponsor for this video. Garland from Final Fantasy. And then he flips into a demon. Persist. Hoarding Broodlord. Unmarked Grave. Gray Merchant. Lively Dirge. Doom Whisperer. Rune Scarred Demon. Oh, and look how loved this Rune Scarred Demon was, y'all. Like, the edges are like playground played on asphalt. It's gorgeous. Skirk Prospector. And Agorio's Vengeance. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. How we liking them apples? How we liking them apples, huh? Gotta put these around here. Every single one of these cards is foil and damaged. They are all either at least heavy played to damaged. Yes, the Captain America deck is today, Tyler. So, this deck is all foil. Every single card's foil. And it's the rarest printing of each one. And they're all damaged. I sent out a request to some vendors. And they were like, hey, is this for a video? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, cool. We totaled up the deck cost. The deck costs $1,800 near mint. Damaged, it cost like $1,100. I already owned $600 of the deck in my own collection from like playing for the last, 14 years. Or no, I've played 14 years now. So I bought them when they were like really cheap, or I opened up the cards myself. They were like, hey, we'll cover the rest of the deck. Just sponsor us in the video. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I could do that. So, yeah, it's all like gnarly damaged foils, and it's so awesome. I don't know if you guys can see this. Look how damaged this Black Market Connections is. See that giant bend in it in the center? It kind of looks like a spotlight, doesn't it? It's been like folded. Ugh. Yeah, I'm so excited for this. It adds to the foil. Yeah, I know. It's just easier to see the foiling now, right? So the next video is really fun. I have officially hired an editor. Officially. So we're doing our first practice video tomorrow. So that means the Commander's Vault video, like this really big one I'm showing you right now, I am going to be editing that one. It's still like my baby. But then my regular deck techs are now going to come out more regularly. I started playing in 2011, and I got the bug to start playing seriously in 2016. Just out of curiosity, did you start to brew the Kami deck? The Kami deck is this Thursday. Yeah, the Kami deck is this Thursday. Yeah, I started in 2011 buying packs from like Walmart and Target. And then I started going to an LGS when one opened up next to me in 2016. And then I started playing Standard, and then I got into Commander. I played Legacy and Modern for a little bit. I got priced out of it when Modern Horizons came out. It was too expensive for me. I went back, and I started playing CDH because it was proxy friendly. And then COVID hit. I started working with like playing with Power and other channels, and playing CDH and going to tournaments. But yeah, 2011. I used to love the dual decks at Walmart. Me and my friends would buy the dual decks and then like play kitchen table. It was super fun. But guys, what are your opinions on proxies? I personally, and here, let me see if I'm actually interested. Can I fix the zoom in on this card? It's like kind of fuzzy. There we go. It's a little clearer. I personally like owning the original cards in Magic. I like the fact that proxies make the game accessible. I like the fact that no one goes, oh, I can't play because I don't have money. I think that's stupid. And so I love its accessibility. But as someone who like actively has played the game long enough to own a lot of the cards at a cheap price, I like owning the originals. Because I like the game, and this is the game. The next stream tournament is in November. It's going to be in Niagara Falls on the 28th. John, anybody in chat or DefCat recommend a place to pick up fun playmats? Retro, I have officially started processing my own playmats. I have 7 different playmat designs coming out at the beginning of October. They're coming. Don't worry. They're amazing. I got original Magic art done by original Magic artists and original Dungeons and Dragons artists for this. You guys are going to be so hyped. Yeah. So all the art was hand done by original Magic artists and some of the people that worked on the 2024 Dungeons and Dragons rulebook. I spent a lot of money on this. I spent literally every dime the first month of the Patreon made on this like collaboration plus the animation. Yeah, proxies are basically required. I agree, Memo. Yeah. Okay, guys. It's time. It's time, baby. Let's get into the decks. Let's get into the decks. Here we go. All right, everybody. Our first deck of the day is for Fuzzy. We're going to get into our Moxfield close here. There we go. Okay. Let's change our caption so people know what deck we're working on. Okay. Fuzzy, I hope you're in chat. Hope you're excited. There he is. Stranger danger. Love it. What's up, Mishra's Workshop? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I had not seen this commander before in my life either. What's on the... Oh, the side of my chat's messed up. Let me fix the chat real quick, guys. I have the wrong transformation on it. There we go. Chat is fixed. Okay. This commander says Flash, Defender, Haste. So first off, what the hell? Second, 1 and a blue. Tap, copy target spell you control that wasn't cast. I looked at this and was like, how do I abuse this? Because I know I will, but how do I do it in a fun way? So, first off, there is a specific way. I'm telling you this as like an expert deck builder. There is a specific way everyone who builds a 1 CMC commander deck should build their deck. I'm gonna show you guys a little secret real quick. This is my deck curve. It should be very even. Like, you want a little bit of a glomp here, but it should be very even. Like, you want every turn to have something, and your lowest should be 1. There are only 4 with mana value 1. There are only 3 other permanents in this deck at mana value 1. We do not want to be playing other 1 CMC things in this deck. Almost at all. What we want to be playing is things that come out on curve past our commander. Because we want to go commander turn 1. You know, value turn 2. Threat turn 3. Amazing value turn 4. Like, every turn should get bigger. And this commander does it perfectly. And on top of that, has flash. So you can wait. You can just play an island pass. And then, like, on the other person's end step, flash them in. And so you can, like, hold up counter spells if you want. But this deck should not be playing any counter spells except for ones that give you, like, replacement card draw, such as Arcane Denial. Arcane Denial is the only counter spell you should see in this deck at all, because it replaces itself. This deck is all about copying other people's cards with like things like Twin Cast, and then tapping your commander to make another copy of it. So on turn 3, one of your friends is going to cast what? Cultivate, right? You Twin Cast the Cultivate and copy it. You then activate and tap your commander, copying it again, and you get 2 Cultivates. Yeah. Does that sound good to anybody else? Do we like that? How are we feeling about that? It's pretty nasty, isn't it? So, now, Wandering Archaic is the most disgusting, nastiest card in this list. POL, that is a lot of cultivation. Wandering Archaic allows you to copy every instant and sorcery your opponents cast if they don't pay 2 extra mana, and then copy it again with your commander. Like, once you get Wandering Archaic out, it's just game. It's just game. It's so disgusting. And on top of that, we don't want spells to get countered. So we play Lier. Because then we can do flashback. This is a bracket 2 list because the only way to win with this deck is with our opponent's cards. That's all you can do. This deck will not win early. It has no infinites. This deck can lose to bracket 2 lists, meaning it can lose to a precon. But it's going to be the most fun you've had in bracket 2 ever. It's so much fun. It is so much freaking fun. So let's get into this. We have a bunch of creatures that copy instant or sorceries in the list, as well as ones that make our own spells cheaper. Snapcaster to get things back. Lier to get things back. We have creature copies such as Fairy Artisan. Fairy Artisan allows you to make a token of any creature that comes onto the battlefield. It's awesome. And then anything you can do, anything you can do, I can do better. Literally that. Literally that. Hey man, what deck are you playing? Gives you just like the most like, hey man, what deck are you playing? What is that? I don't know. I don't know what deck I'm playing. What deck are you playing? Like, that's literally what it'll be. What deck are you playing? Whatever you brought. Oh my god. Next, y'all. The big thing about this deck. Our finishers are Uyo and Hullbreaker and Wandering Archaic. That's how we win the game. We start shutting everyone down and controlling the game like crazy. And then when we have enough, we cast a Nutso Mind's Desire. But the win condition of this deck is full on steal what other people are doing. We are fully committing to that bit. And now, my favorite card in this list. None of you will know this card. I promise you. This got talked about years ago. Synthesis Pod. I'm waiting. Who knew this card? Like, it's going to be single digit. Whoever knows of this card. I love this card. 1 colorless. And a Phyrexian. Exile a spell you control. Target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a card with mana value 1+. The exile mana value, and then you get to play it without paying its mana cost. It's awesome. I love this card so much. So yeah, it's this like really weird mono blue play your opponent's deck thing. So on my other screen here, I have the most common cards played at on turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in bracket 2. I'm going to show how this deck works now. All right, let's get our first hand. First hand has 2 islands, Twinning Staff. Ooh. It's pretty good. Nothing to start the game off with any copying, though. Let's try another hand. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Okay. Turn 1, we play our commander. Pretty fun. Turn 2, we play Barrel Chief of Compliance. Pretty normal. Turn 3, we cast High Tide, tap 2, and we cast Fairy Artisan. Now, we're currently on turn 3, right? On turn 3, the most common play between red and green decks is playing Azusa. So, Fairy Artisans goes in, and we have a copy of Azusa right now. It's okay. We don't really need an Azusa, but we have one. Cool. Next, our spells cost 1 less to cast due to Barrel. We have Fairy, and we are going to choose Strionic Resonator as our next card to cast. Yeah. I think we like that. Cool. And now next turn, whenever Fairy Artisans triggers, whenever this triggers, we can tap Psionic Resonator to copy what's happening, and then we're going to make another token copy. So we'll double copy whatever comes down. That is, it's the 4 CMC creature that draws 3. And then we can cast Frantic Search. We're going to draw 2, discard 2. And we're going to discard Minds Unbound and Force Fruition, because that's a lot of mana. We don't need that right now. We currently have an Azusa copied, so we get to make our extra land drop. We get to untap 2. Sorry, also due to Frantic Search. We only have 2 mana open, so we'll cycle, go get an island, and play it as our second land drop for turn. Okay, turn 6. We're playing against precons, right? So at this point, turn 6, the game's allowed to end, you know? We're allowed to start playing big things, not end. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands, and Nykthos currently taps for 3, so it's not mana positive yet. Swarm costs 1 less to cast, so we're going to cast Swarm. And it says, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you may copy that spell and choose new targets. So on the next turn, oh god, I just realized what we can do. Yep. Tap for 4. Sublime Epiphany, it's 1 less through barrel. We make a copy of Swarm. Right? Strionic Resonator. We make another copy of Sublime, not Swarm. Tap 2, tap our commander, make another copy. So now we have 4 Sublime Epiphanies. We can bounce 4 things, draw 4 cards, and make 4 copies of a creature we control. So now we have 4 Fairy Artisans? We draw 4 cards? We get to play 2 extra lands through our Azuzas? Oh my lord. And then we get Mnemonic Deluge next turn with it. Oops. Also, I've been on the wrong screen, so you guys haven't been able to see things. I'm so sorry. Now you guys can see everything. I'm so sorry about that. My apologies. Dear God. What is up, Jay? Howdy. I bought a deck roast on Patreon. Do I need to do anything in Discord or just big chill until it's your time? Yes. On Discord, you are going to have access to a place to put in a form so you can put in your deck request. The mods can help you. Let me fix my camera real quick. Should have a crop there on the side. There we go. Yeah, this deck's going to be super fun. Fuzzy, I hope you like it. I am cooked. I am cooked. Yeah, this is nasty. This deck's nasty. I'm very happy with this. This does all the fun, awful things. I am a villain. I am the anime villain. I am happy about it too, on top of that. I'm so happy you love it. That's all that matters to me. Good morning. What's up, 8-Bit Outcast? Welcome to the stream. Happy to see you. I'm just fixing some issues with the overlay real quick. We're almost done with that, and then we can move on to the next deck. There we go. Awesome. Fuzzy, I loved making this. I'm so glad you asked for it. I'm also glad I cooked a little longer on it. I am also on YouTube. That is correct, Mishra's Workshop. Absolutely. I have about 20,000 subscribers on YouTube almost. We're at like 19.6K. Oh, yeah. Fuzzy. The EDH rec for this deck sucked. I hate EDH rec. It almost never has good suggestions for like actual fun decks. They get so boring. Yeah, this deck's a pachinko machine. I completely agree. All right, y'all. Our next deck. You know who this is for. Memo. Are you ready for your creatureless black-white storm deck? Are you ready? Yeah. Don't worry. You'll always be able to see chat on screen. No worries. Your chat's not broken. If a Defcat decks look like an EDH Rex, it is an imposter in the seat. Absolutely. If a deck ever looks boring, call the police. There's someone with a gun behind me making me build boring stuff. Okay. Memo. Cabal Storm. Everyone ready? Everyone ready for this mess? This is bracket 4 black and white storm. Yes, Memo, let's talk about it. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Here we go. This was what was asked for the deck. It was a personal deck you've been working on for a couple years now. For a year or two. Lotho was originally your commander. And you said, hello, Defcat. I've been brewing and adding to this deck over the course of many years. The main theme and idea is Ascension, to become an indestructible lich, the ultimate undead that overcomes death and is too persistent to let pesky life totals stop it. That also means we be doing some good old legal necromancy. We have the rights if we're undead as well. It is a complete creatureless list. It's a completely creatureless list, with my idea being that I need to sacrifice all my minions for this ritual. But also, I just didn't think any creature really helped us since we want to be a powerful spellcaster. But since I want this deck to be consistent as possible, it's your call to add them if needed. I did not care about consistency, I cared about fun. You're welcome. I don't really like boring infinites, sanguine bond combo, but feel free to include any infinites that make sense. I took this as a challenge. I did not include a single infinite combo. It is full on black and white beat to death storm, baby. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready, baby. I sat in a coffee shop with my wife making this deck for about an hour and a half straight. Just straight cooking. What's up, Kanan? Howdy, y'all. What number are we on? Kanan, you are the last deck up today, as it says on the calendar. Do not worry. I never thought of Cabal Storm, right? Okay. Here is how the deck storms. We are running every single black tutor that makes sense. They're all on the list. Even Scheming Symmetry. Literally, if it's black and it says put a card in your hand, I'm basically running it because we need consistency in a deck without creatures. Bad. Okay. The first combo in the list is Ad Nauseam plus Angel's Grace. It says you can't lose the game this turn and your opponents can't win the game until end of turn. Damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. This has split second. There's nothing they can do about it. It just happens. You cast Angel's Grace and then you cast Ad Nauseam and you draw the entire deck. That's number 1. Don't worry. Defcat, how do I win from there? I got you. Do not worry. Now, what you can do is you can cast Angel's Grace plus Bolas's Citadel plus... Let me find it. All your spells off the top once you go, churn through like we were talking about. But the biggest thing was you said no infinites. So I couldn't do Bolas's Citadel plus Sensei's Divining Top. That would be infinite like we talked about. I'm not doing infinites. So just to let you know, if you do want to put it in, it says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you gain 2 life. This allows you to go infinite and not lose life with Bolas's Citadel if you do want. So If you end up wanting an infinite, just put in Sensei's Divining Top in this deck. You're good to go. You have a really easy infinite. What you are looking to do with this deck is gain so much life by casting spells and disruption on your enemies through Cabal that you naturally get to snipe the table out with Aether Flux. How we feeling? How sick is that? How sick is that? Manual Storm. Next up, Bloodchief's Ascension is going to be insanely easy. Insanely easy to activate due to our commander. So then you do a Bloodchief's Ascension plus Mind Crank, and you activate Mind Crank with your own commander, and as long as you set everything up, they will lose so much life from the activated triggers, they'll lose the game. This can become an infinite effectively. So like it's not like a go for it inclusion infinite like you were asking for, but it can go infinite. After that, there is a 100% chance you end up just killing the table through spells, and that's where the storm aspect comes in. Painful Quandary. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, they lose 5 life unless they discard a card. After a while, they're just gonna have to start taking the 5 life. Campbell. And then Polluted Delta. Or Polluted Bonds. Polluted Delta. Polluted Bonds. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your opponent's control, that player loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. And then Wound Reflection. At the beginning of end step, each opponent loses life equal to how much they lost this turn. So this deck can just actually kill people through normal stuff like that. It's insane. After that, it's just an insane amount of interaction and removal. I mean, a nuts amount. 25 instants in this deck and freaking 13 sorceries. So we have 13 sorceries, 25 instants, that's 38, plus 16 artifacts. That makes it, what, 55, or sorry, 54. And then plus 14 enchantments. There are 68 ways in this deck to activate your commander. 68 ways. And you only have to cast 20 spells to kill the table. So, let's give it the old try, and let me show you how nasty this deck is. We got 3 lands. We have no 1 CMC buff, so we can take this one back. Okay. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, we love to see this. We love to see this. Okay. So, turn 1, draw. We show the Shadow. We play Shadowborn Snarl. We show the Swamp in our hand. It comes in untapped. We Imperial Seal. And we are going to go get... I'm pretty sure it's Mana Vault is what we'd prefer here. But we could also slow roll it if we want. It's that or Dark Ritual. I think it's Dark Ritual. Yeah. Dark Ritual. And we put that on top of our library. We lose 2 life. Bing, bing. Next turn. We're going to Flooded Strand. Go down to 37. We're going to go get Scrubland. We're going to tap 2. We're going to make a white. So we're going to wait on this. So we're going to Dark Ritual. Leave up a black. Medallion. White, black, plus the Scrubland. And we're going to have 1 floating left. Oh, no, that's correct. Yeah. So Cabal comes down turn 2. Awesome. Next turn. Godless Shrine. Shock it in. We're going to Sign in Blood. We're going to lose 2 life, but immediately gain the 2 life back. Draw 2. Our opponents just lost 2 life. So our opponents have officially lost 2 life. 2 life. We're going to show this by adding counters onto our Jet Medallion. So our opponents, they've lost 2 life. Then, Deadly Rollick. They're going to lose 2 more. And we gain 2. So we're up to 39. Next turn. Ooh, nice. Very nice. How do we want to do this one? So we'll reprieve someone. They've lost 6 life. We gain 2. We draw a card. Ooh, and then Authority of the Consuls. We gain 2. They lose 2. And all their opponents' creatures enter tapped. And we gain a life every time. So we'll say that happens like twice. I don't know. Next turn. Yep. Yeah, it's on opponents' crap. Yeah, it's on opponents. It's on opponents. The idea is that we're talking about like how much normally gets cast with Cabal. So our stuff's not triggering the Cabal. That's correct. It's opponents' casts. And then I'm going to show you guys this in the list real quick. What happens is later in the game, just so we can like speed up the process here. Tendrils of Agony says target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Storm. A lot of lists, because like we're on turn 5 right now, a ton of lists run, you know, in bracket 4. They're storm lists, they're combo lists. Like they're constantly going to be doing like crazy amounts of like spam. Most of the time, like let's say because it's bracket 4, so they're gonna lose like maybe 10 life, you know, from Cabal during that, because like they're gonna cast like 5 spells. Tendrils of Agony, storm on top of that is gonna then storm another 10 times. It's disgusting. Brina the Demagogue. If you are, let's see here, Brina the Demagogue. Let's get Scryfall up on that one real quick. Yeah. Brina. Oh, whoops. And then let me get our commander back up. There we go. Brina. Oh. I have a whole video on Brina and during dev. Go to the channel. I just made a whole video about it. It's called whatchamacallit? This deck saved my play group. I have a whole video on this if you want to know my thoughts. Sorry, I was spacing there. So let me show you guys what Cabal does in like a normal mid-range pod. Tainted Aether. Ooh, okay. Tainted Aether. Whenever a creature comes into play, its controller sacrifices a land. I mean, if you want to become the arch enemy, play it. But Christ, I would not play this card. That is awesome, though. If you want a truly evil deck, I love that. That's just gone in my mind vault. Thank you for showing me that card. That is nuts. Sheesh. What an evil card. I love it. But, yeah. So, you want Cabal out as fast as possible, and then cards like Painful Quandary. So, we'll draw for turn. Vaults of Champions. And we have Reanimate if anyone does anything nasty, and then we have Rebuff the Wicked, but that's not really on at the moment. Next turn, Urborg. We can Dark Ritual right now for Cabal, but we don't want to do that at the moment, so we're just going to hold up Vanishing Verse on our turn. Next turn, Bloodstained Mire. We're going to go get Scrub. Boop. And we put out Cabal. Okay, so, memo. This is what I want you to pay attention to. On this turn, on turn 3, most people have already played out their rocks and stuff like that, but people are going to start playing their enchantments on turn 3. So, like, on average, and we'll add counters to Cabal. On average, people are probably going to play, like, 3 non-creature spells on turn 3, like 1 per person. So, they'll have lost 6. You've lost 1 due to the fetch. And you're up to, like, 45 life, right? So, next turn, we'll play Blackbone Verge, and then we'll play out Dark Ritual, tap 2, Painful Quandary, and then with the white open, Vanishing Verse, whatever other problems people are having with you right now. At this point, you are in a position to win the game in 2 turns, because on average on turn 4, you're probably seeing like 5 to 6 non-creature spells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 18 total life taken away from your opponents. And we're at 62 now. Plus Painful Quandary out. So that could be another 5 taken away. It's 23 damage. And you have Rebuff the Wicked up and Teferi's Protection. And then if any of your friends do something crazy, you can reanimate it. This deck is going to be a really fun control Orzhov list, and they're going to take a lot of damage. And so the Storm aspect starts, and I'll have to restart here and find a hand that normally does this so I can explain the Storm aspect of it. This would do it if it had lands, but the idea is you have Jet Medallion, the Dark Crystal, Black Market connections, and so let's say you had a couple lands, and I'll shuffle this real quick. So you play land for turn, pass, or land for turn, land tax. On your next turn, you get to go get your basics from lands tax. Put them into your hand. Turn 2, you can play out one of your basics. You can bin the other 2 on cleanup step. I guess you won't have to clean up that one. Jet Medallion. Next turn, Verge, and you can play out Cabal for 1 mana. Or sorry, you'd actually want to play out your Dark Crystal. Yeah, Dark Crystal for 3. So that the Necromancy thematic and the Lich card took a backseat to making the Stormless not get bricked by the Jinxie. Yeah, exactly. So the reason I had to do that was because this list is playing at bracket 4. If you want, submit this deck to the next deck roast, and I can push it more into the Lichdom style at bracket 3. But at bracket 4, I didn't want you to have a deck that just isn't fun, like one that just can't actively do the thing and like churn, if that makes sense. But I will show you real quick how this deck is going to play out and how nasty this gets right now. Black Market connections for 1. You got Yawgmoth's Will available for 1 mana. And you have Grim Tutor for 2 mana. We play out Cabal. And then on our next upkeep, we get to draw, make a treasure, make a shapeshifter. And go to next turn. Shadowborn Snarl, Swamp. And then you have the Grim Tutor ready to shoot off. You pay 2 for that. Black, black. And you want to go get Bolus's Citadel. This is where it gets nasty. So, Bolus's Citadel is currently castable, so we will. Pay 4. Bolus's Citadel. Look at the top card. Generous gift for free. You know, and let's say, like, at this point, maybe 5 spells have been cast by our opponents, so we're at 50 life. So we take 3 from Generous Gift. Trouble in Pairs, we take 4. Smothering Tithe, we take 4. Farewell, ooh, exile their graveyards, I guess. We don't really want to do that, but yeah, we'll do it. Why not? We'll say exile all, yeah, graveyards, just to get out of the way. Next turn, yeah, oh my god, Monologue Tax, Lightning Greaves, Swords to Plowshares, and then the Bloodstained Mire ends up bricking us. That was pretty freaking amazing. Yeah. And so at this point, your opponents are going to try to counterspell a couple of these, right? Let's say they counter 3 of them. You just went back up to 36 life, and they just lost another 6. Yeah. So let me know how the deck plays out. And if you don't like the way it plays, hit me back up on the roast for this Monday, okay? Or in 2 Mondays. Hit me up. All right, y'all. It is Levi's turn. Levi, Captain America the First, Avenger, baby. We have CEDH, Captain America. Are we ready? CEDH, Captain America, baby. There we go. Just check and make sure everything's going well with the stream. Sorry, I forgot I was on my main monitor when I looked. Let me move these down here. All right, y'all. Big amens. Levi, it is your Captain America CDH. I could do this all day, baby. I could do this all day. So, first off, a lot of Captain America lists are very, very, very bad. If you actually want to run at CDH, you're going to have a rough time with what people are doing. So, what I did with this list was I went through and I removed all of the pet cards that I normally found in other people's lists so far. Then I decided to add in things like Mithril Coat and Colossus Hammer, things that genuinely allow us to still play into what makes Captain America Captain America. Levi, you also said to make sure Iron Man of Innovation was still in the deck, so we did add that. And I was asked for Bracket 5 cap, so this is CDH cap. So, here's the biggest thing about this and why I was asked to build it. Their friends play CDH, and we wanted this to be able to keep up. That's the point. So, we're coming from a standpoint that this deck is only playing against CDH decks. So, we're running Archivist of Ogma to draw cards and gain life whenever anyone plays anything. Esper Sentinel, Fairy Mastermind, Mockingbird to copy, and Polywog Prodigy. Oh yeah, Avengers Tower printing? Absolutely retro. They should. But the biggest thing is we want to be able to win through combat still. So we have Combat Celebrant. It said you can exert it, and what you do is you immediately make a copy of your combat phase. You get to go again. And so Captain America gets to attach any equipment immediately. So that means Combat Celebrant plus any additional thing like Colossus Hammer or Embercleave instantly wins you the game. It's so nasty. And then you've got Final Fortune to do it again the next turn. This deck does play the Breach pile, so it's Brain Freeze plus Lion's Eye Diamond. And then Underworld Breach in your enchantments. Let me grab that real quick. What's up, Trippy Milkman? Welcome to the Kitten Court. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Glad for you to join us. Glad for you to join us. Welcome, welcome. So, Captain America CDH. What is that meant to be, truly? I wanted to embody the character. So, first off, Captain America in all the movies obviously is like the tried and true, I'm going to be at the head of the mast. I'm going to do everything I can to be on the front line. So, we had to make sure Captain America had Indestructible, Shroud, all the things to make sure that they are, like, gonna survive. Oh, at lunch break. Thank you so much, Trippy Milkman. Thank you so much. Very glad you're here. Welcome to the Kitten Court. So we're also including Spellskite to keep them alive. And we're going to include Wheel of Fortune because we want to disrupt people's hands during the game. And that's very important to us. But we also want to make sure we have consistency to get the artifacts out of the deck. So we're running Transmute Artifact. Transmute Artifact is going to be there to go grab the big, the strong, and it's going to make this deck really pop off. But while everyone else is going to be attacking, you know, like, so you're going to see Captain America, you're going to see it attacking, and everyone's going to be focusing on Captain America, you can win out of nowhere by playing Gifts Ungiven or Intuition. These two cards tutor up 3 specific cards. Oh, what's up? Virgil, how do you become so good at Magic the Gathering? I started playing a couple years ago and I still suck. The kid, I watched Captain America throw sandal, carpet, and random stuff at enemies. Fair. Okay, Virgil. The way you become better at Magic the Gathering is playing more Magic the Gathering. That's just like kind of the standard. But the biggest way you learn how to play good Magic the Gathering is watching good players. And then finding a channel that like reviews why it was a good play. I run a channel with a good friend Ryan called Playing with Power. I co-host for it, and we make CDH videos where we show how interactions work and we talk about every single card. That's a great place to start if you want to look into it. We play competitive Commander. But the other way to get really good at Magic and have a lot more fun is to brew more decks. Because just like playing any video game like League of Legends, you need to know what your opponents are doing in order to be good at what you're doing. And if you don't know what your opponents are playing, that is often where we do bad. It's like that's where people normally end up making the most mistakes, is you play a card and you didn't check out what your opponents were up to, you know? And so you always need to understand and know what your opponents are doing. That is a huge thing you need to do in Magic. So, Captain America, the First Avenger. What do we do to make this CEDH? Let's show you. So, turn 1 with this. This is what makes CEDH Captain America viable. We're going to play Mana Confluence. We're going to play Mox Diamond, pitching a land. We're going to play Chrome Mox, pitching Hydroid Specimen. Our commander's out turn 1. So, I don't know how to make it any easier than that, but there you go. But yeah, exactly this. Competitive play can help. Absolutely. You just got to be not afraid to make mistakes. Sucking at something is the first steps toward being good. Absolutely, Fuzzy. Absolutely. Next turn. We're 1 mana short on the One Ring, which really sucks. That's pretty awesome. So we're going to play Fairy Mastermind, attack in with Captain America. It's CDH, so someone will draw more than 1 card. So we're going to draw 2 and go to our next turn. On this turn, we play out Mana Vault into the One Ring, tap, draw card. Solid, solid, solid. Very good. This is a nasty board already. Next turn. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we have the win con in hand. We can draw 2 real quick. Play a Mox Amber. So now at any moment on your opponent's turn, all what you get to do is cast Intuition. And when you do, you get a couple cards. You can get like Force of Will for some backup. You get Savine's Reclamation. And you go get Brain Freeze. Your opponents will give you the Brain Freeze and put Savine's and Force of Will in your yard. You go to your next turn. Oh my gosh. This is disgusting. Yeah, this is nasty. So, you pay 2, play Underworld Breach. Draw 3 through the One Ring. Lion's Eye Diamond. And then you play Brain Freeze, milling yourself for 9 cards. And then if anyone tries to mess with you, you have the mana to pay for Force and Negation, Deflecting Swat, and you have a Misdirection and being able to pitch Rhystic Study. So you've been controlling the game. You have draw engines, and you have your commander out, and you're doing combat damage with your commander. Or doing commander damage. This is what makes a CDH deck, if you guys aren't used to it, and what makes it so nasty and so powerful. And it's what makes competitive play very fun to me, because I love these huge stack wars. Love this. Yeah, awesome deck. Very happy with this. Levi, I hope you're excited to play some full power Captain America. Hope you're happy with that one. And next up, oh man, we're getting into the spice, y'all. We're getting into the spice for the day. We've got Yurga, Eater of All, up next. Can I get some amens in chat for some spicy decks for some Yurga? Oh my gosh. This deck has never been done right. I swear. I scoured the internet for good Eater of All decks. Not it. Not it. Big amens from Krug. Dude. anyone who says they have a CEDH Eater of All list, anyone who says they actually have a bracket 5 CEDH Eater of All list has lied to you so far. I searched every corner of the internet for one and couldn't find one to compare mine to. Mine is 10 times nastier. I'm very excited to show it to you. I do need water. I forgot to refill my water bottle before stream, so I will be right back, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Thank you guys for your patience. I am back. We are good to go. Drink a drinky. Get my hair out of my face. I haven't got a hat on today too. Woo! There we go. Much more comfortable. Also got a Celsius. Oh, that tastes so good. Okay. Chat, we're going to have a talk before I tell you about this deck. What I'm about to give you in this deck should be played responsibly. If I see one of you showing up to one of your bracket 3 pods with this list, you're going to be on a watch list. I can't do anything about that. Someone will get upset if you attempt to depower this deck for bracket 3 and do not know the cards to stop. That will be a big issue. Do not do that, okay? Do we understand that? Also, are we still live? I think I just got a message that I had a drop. Are we still live? My app just told me I had an issue. Are we still live, y'all? Are we still good? Okay, we're good. Okay, sorry about that. For some reason, my app said that I lost connection. I was like, Awesome. Okay. Y'all. Oh, good Lord. I got something big for you. I got something very big for you. There is a way to play this deck responsibly, but I need your utmost attention. Yurga Eater of All says your creatures are going to be foods in addition to the other types. So they have the ability to sacrifice themselves, right? Academy Manufacturer now says whenever a creature enters the battlefield, not just food, because now they're food, you get to make a treasure token. That means all of your 1 CMC creatures are effectively free once you have Yurga out, as long as you have Academy. So that means we have Allosaurus Shepherd, Birds of Paradise, Blood Pet, Boreal Druid, Carrion Feeder, Cauldron Familiar, Deathrite Shaman, Disciple of the Vault, Elves of Deep Shadow, Elvish Mystic, Gilded Goose, Gravecrawler, Llanowar Elves, Viscera Seer, and did I forget to put in Fyndhorn Elves? I did. And Fyndhorn Elves. That's a lot of free stuff. That's a lot of free stuff. And it's pretty quick. So, next thing, we want card draw. So we have Dark Confidant, we have Keen Duelist, Academy Manufacturer does in fact make clues. And then after that, we're going to make our things uncounterable with Prowling Serpapod and Allosaurus Shepherd. If you aren't seeing the vision here, guys, don't worry, we're about to get some clarity because, boom, baby! You can sacrifice Protean Hulk to Eater of All, because they'll be a food. You don't need a sacrifice outlet because the commander literally lets you sacrifice Protean Hulk. All right, round of amens in the chat. I need to... Who here doesn't know how to win with Protean Hulk? With Protean, whichever one you want to say. Who here does not know how to win with this card? How this works? Can I get a round of amens for those who don't? Awesome. Okay. We got at least one. We got two. Okay, I will explain it then. We have three. We have four. Okay. Good. Also, Retro, since you put in your request yesterday, you will either be this Thursday or next Tuesday is when you will be on the list. The calendar will be updated tonight for you. Do not worry. There's a calendar on the Discord that says when you're coming up. Okay. When Protean Hulk dies, you get to get converted mana cost total of 6 worth of creatures onto the battlefield. We are going to go get Body Snatcher for the 4 CMC. We're going to go get Carrion Feeder as one of the CMC. And we're going to go get Disciple of the Vault. So that's the total of 6 there. Then Body Snatcher allows you to come in as Protean Hulk. You can then sacrifice it again to go get another 6 CMC worth. You then can go get Gravecrawler. You can go get any other creature that you want and Pitiless Plunder. You sacrifice Gravecrawler. It makes a treasure through Pitiless Plunder because a treasure came out. And then you can cast Gravecrawler from the graveyard again with that. And if you go get Blood Artist, it will kill the table through triggers of the death. Because your opponents will lose 1 life and you'll gain 1 life. And you'll be able to kill the entire table. The other one you can do this with is then you can make infinite mana if you would like to and do Walking Ballista as well. I'll show you how that combo works here in a moment. So, we have another 1-card win con in this deck. Survival of the Fittest. So, let's say you have one of our 33 creatures that are in this deck. Right, guys? You have any creature. Doesn't matter which creature. You discard that creature to Survival of the Fittest. And you go get, let's say you discard Birds of Paradise. You go get Devoted Druid. Then, we're going to discard Devoted Druid via Survival of the Fittest again. So now Devoted Druid is in our graveyard. The creature you go get by doing that is Hazel's Brewmaster. Hazel's Brewmaster says when it enters, exile 1 target card from our graveyard. The target card is going to be Devoted Druid. Hazel's Brewmaster will then allow you to bring back Devoted Druid as a food. So let's talk about magic rules for a second. Devoted Druid allows you to put a -1/-1 counter on it to untap it. A food can't die. That means you can infinitely put -1/-1 counters on it to untap and tap Devoted Druid for infinite mana. You instantly make infinite mana with this combo. Then discard any other creature, any of your 33 creatures to Survival of the Fittest, and go get Walking Ballista. And then you get to cast Walking Ballista for 1,000,000 mana and shoot your opponents 1,000,000 times in the face. GG. And this is why Survival of the Fittest is one of the most incredible cards in the game. And we love it. So those are our 2 main win cons in the deck. Protean Hulk and Walking Ballista. And then, if you already have some of your things you need for the Protean Hulk line, like let's say in your hand you have Zoloport Cutthroat, and you have Gravecrawler. Go tutor Viserysir instead. Go tutor Pitiless Plunder instead. Does the food rules overrule the creature if you are in addition to their other types? So the food rules thing that it comes in as a food is different than what the commander is saying. Hazel's Brewmaster is saying it comes back as a food, not in addition. The commander says that your creatures are a food in addition. So they're still creatures. Hazel's Brewmaster is saying that they are only a food. That's all they are. That's the difference between these two. So let's play it. Let's show the hot stuff. Let's show you what this deck's got. Oh my lord. Oh. Huh. It was a pretty good hand. Forest, Elves. Next turn. Undergrowth Stadium. Elf. Next turn. We can use Verdant Catacombs to go get our Bayou. And we can cast our Pitiless Plunder. Next turn, we can Diabolic Tutor. Bonk. Oops. And we can go get our Protean Hulk to hand. Next turn. Let's see here. So we can play out our commander here. And the Jet Medallion. Marsh Flats. Whoops. We go get any of our, doesn't matter. Sure. Swamp. Pay our 6. Protean Hulk. Tap 2. Sacrifice it to Eater of All because Protean Hulk's now a food. And then we go get our Body Snatcher combo. Our Viserysir. And our Gravecrawler. So we can sacrifice the Body Snatcher as a copy of Protean Hulk. And we go get Zulaport Cutthroat. It's the only one that matters now. Sacrifice the Gravecrawler. Create a treasure. Sacrifice the treasure. Cast Gravecrawler. And then every time the Gravecrawler dies, we're gaining a life and our opponents are losing a life. And that was like a really boring hand that we just did that with. It was basically just mana and one tutor. That was it. So let me show you how much faster this deck can run. Let me find a good hand. Let's mulligan for like a fast hand, for example. Ooh, yeah, this is a lot faster. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. Wait a minute. Wait. Dude, I am very excited to show you what this hand can do. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? All right. Okay, here we go. So, turn 1, we draw. Bloodstained Mire. We're going to go get our Bayou. Play Llanowar Elves. Next turn. Pay 2 mana for Dark Confidant, Gaia's Cradle. Next turn, Yavimaya. Oh, sorry. We get to put that into our hand through Dark Confidant and then draw again. So Yavimaya. Actually, we don't want Yavimaya. We want Marsh Flats because we want black and green. And we want, not Undergrowth Stadium. What is the other black-green dual? Overgrown Tomb. So we have Overgrown Tomb. We play out Cauldron Familiar. And then we can pay 2 to Demonic Tutor. Boop, boop, boop. And we can go get our Protean Hulk. Put it in hand. So right now, we have access to 4 mana due to Gaia's Cradle and the one we have floating for the Earth Crystal. Oh, we got land off top. LMAO. Okay. Or not land off top. We got Soul Ring off top. So, Yavimaya, Soul Ring. And then Yagara is 1 less mana to cast right now. So, he's only 4. And then we make 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the 1 less from Protean Hulk. And now you're set up next turn for the win. And then even if you don't, you have Walking Ballista Infinite backup from here. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, I forgot to draw an extra card through Dark Confidant too. And we have an extra land. Yeah. Very fun. I love lists like this. I love it because it's very simplified. And let me try to explain this a little bit better. The whole deck, the only thing you have to do is cast any of these tutor spells, any of them. It doesn't matter which one. Any of these spells, any of these tutor spells, and go get Protean Hulk, and you can win the game from there. Because your commander instantly sacrifices it. And you go for the winning line. It's really fun. It's scary consistent. It's scary consistent. It's very good. So this was for Matt, correct? Yeah, Matt, I hope you enjoy the deck, dude. I hope you have a great amount of fun. Remember, just all you got to do, tutor that creature up. You're good to go. Next up, Andrew, it's you, buddy. Get in here. Andrew, let me hear you sound off in chat, bro. It's time for Glunch. It's time for the Glunch break, baby. Andrew. All right, y'all. It's time for the Glunch break. Andrew, I do not want to spoil how much fun this list is yet. So we're just going to go to the Moxfield playtest, okay? And then we'll go over it. We'll go over the picks after. I want you to watch this happen. I want you to watch it. So, let's restart. Go to our first hand. Yep. Here it is. Turn 1. Let's draw for turn, right? We'll play this Fortified Village, reveal the plains from our hand. Play this Delighted Halfling. You know. Next turn. Command Tower. Soul Ring. How do I want to do this? Yeah, we'll go ahead and play Glunch. Play Glunch. End step, we're going to have you draw a card. Right? Yes. Okay, cool. We got what I wanted. We're going to play Supernatural, or what was this? Sun Petal Grove. We're going to play a Rampant Growth. We're going to go get a basic tapped. We're going to play a Boreal Druid. And then whatever. We'll draw a card. You know what? Actually, we'll make a treasure token on end step. Why not? We'll make a treasure token. We'll shuffle that away. I saw it. Where's our treasure token at? Oh, what's that? What's that, Def Cat? Oh, look at all the token. Look at all the tokens I'm having to scroll through to get through treasure right now. I wonder if we'll get to that. I wonder what that's about. I wonder why there's so many tokens. It is 2 treasure tokens, correct. Turn 4. Does this board look like we're on turn 4 right now? Does this look like turn 4 to you? I didn't think so. Now, let me show you how nasty this gets. Let's do Decree of Justice. Whatever. It's just, 4/4/4 angels. No big deal. It's just flubs. Oh, and by the way, we're going to put 2+1/+1 counters on one as well. Why not? Buddy. Buddy. Dear God. Let's just do another hand. Why don't we? You know, just casual 4/4s. You know, whatever. No big deal. Let's get a fun hand. Okay, this one's kind of fun. I'll show you how nasty this one gets. Land, elf, normal turn, right? Land, elf, Howling Salt Mine. We all draw an additional card. Turn 3, land, flubs, whatever. Oh, what's that? Yeah, I'll make 2 extra treasures. Whatever. It's just 2 treasures. You know, what could I possibly do with those? Right? What could I possibly do those? Turn 4. I don't know if you remember what turn 4 looked like in the last hand. Yeah, let's do some disgusting stuff again. We'll play a Wedding Ring and a Kodama of the West Tree. Then we're going to add 2+1/+1 counters to our Kodama. It says, modify creatures you control, deal combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land, put them onto the battlefield, and shuffle. So that means now we're going to be activating our Kodama with Glunch, constantly putting in more lands under our battlefield, and we can start choosing to draw an extra card every turn, which we also draw an extra card through our Wedding Ring, and we draw an extra card through our Howling Salt Mine. Then it's our next turn. Oh, dear Lord. Yep. Cathar's Crusade, Defiler Vigor, and Jaheira's Respite all playable on this turn. Yep. All right. Time to show off the list. So, if you are not familiar with Glunch, now you are a little bit for those of you watching. This is a group hug commander. It says at the beginning of your end step, choose a player. You get to choose one of yourself, and then 2 other people you get to choose to either draw a card or make 2 treasure tokens. You should almost always give yourself the treasures. That is almost always the mode you want to be picking. We have 9 different ways to get our commander out in turn 2 in this list. 9. There are 9 cards in this list that will allow you to get your commander out in turn 2. Yeah. So that's always going to happen. Let me show you again. Hold on. Let's see here. All right. Let's get our first hand. So first hand, can we get our commander out in turn 1? No, we don't have enough lands. Let's try this. Number 2. Yes, you can. It took 1 mulligan. It took 1 mulligan. Fortify Village. Show the Forest. Birds of Paradise. Next turn. Forest. Glunch. Make 2 treasures. Next turn. Wedding Ring. Like, come on. That's disgusting. Oh, and that's what's that? Yeah, why not? I'll also put an Ocelot Pride out. Dear God. This is turn 3. Turn 3. This is insane. God. So, I also included some spice cards in here for you. Let's get to those real quick. First spice card of the list. Island Sanctuary. Andrew, did you know what this card was before I showed it to you? I need your honest answer. Have you ever heard of this card? It says, during your draw phase, you may draw 1 less card. If you do, until start of your next turn, only creatures that can attack you are those with flying or island walk. You have built-in extra card draw on the command zone. Now your commander effectively says you can't be hit by anything except that has flying and island walk. What? Who? Stop playing Ghostly Prison and start playing Island Sanctuary right now. That's disgusting. Oh my gosh. Of course, we have Hardened Scales to get extra 1/1 counters. We have Anointed Procession because we make so many tokens. Belladar Retreat, every landfall make a 2/2, and with Anointed Procession, you make 2 2/2s. Rite of Flourishing, additional cards for everyone, additional mana for everyone. The Wedding Ring, Coveted Jewel gets passed around. It says when it enters the battlefield, you make 3 cards, or you get to draw 3 cards and add 3 mana. And whenever one or more creatures your opponent controls attacks you, if they aren't blocked, they get to get Coveted Jewel. So then you get to pass this around, which is really fun. I love Jaheira's Respite. It says, search your library for up to X basic land cards where X is the number of creatures attacking you. And then you get to Fog, and you get to take no damage. Dude, you're going to laugh so hard when this happens. Everyone's going to go, all right, it's time to kill the group hug player. I'm getting tired of this. And you're going to Jaheira's Respite and laugh your butt off. We have Tempt with Discovery. Search your library for a land card and put it on the battlefield. Each opponent may search his or her library and do the same thing. For each opponent who searches the library this way, you may get a land card. Not basic. It just says flat out land. So you can get anything you want. Any color, whatever you need. It's so good. If you play this deck enough and you like it, there's a combo with Tempt with Discovery that if all of your friends say yes and they all go get a land, you can go get the Tron lands and immediately have 7 colorless mana on your turn. Very fun. But yeah, I want you to enjoy and explore this deck. It's a masterpiece. You're going to love it. Have fun. Also, you asked for a $600 limit. So, including the land base, which is a fair amount of the money, it's $624 currently at near mint pricing. You can get it for like $500 on Mana Pool right now at normal, at like regular light play. So, I left in... This deck only has 98 cards because I didn't know which game changers you would enjoy the most being in the list. So I wanted to let you choose out of your collection. So there's 98 cards in this list, just so you know. If you have any questions or would like me to choose for you, just let me know. I just knew the game changers are normally expensive and wanted to let you pick. But Andrew, this list is nasty. I can't wait for you to see the bombs that are in this list. I don't know if you see what's behind me. Craterhoof, Avacyn, Overlord, Galta and Marvin, or Maverin, Sun Titan, Kogla, Regal. Oh, I like, nah. Oh, Andrew, thank you so much, dog. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Guys, can we get some amens in the chat for Andrew? Big amens in the chat for Andrew, y'all. Thank you so much, Andrew. You are one of the biggest supporters of this channel by far. Thank you so much. Is Open the Ways in here? Ooh, good one. Open the Ways going in the deck. Heck yeah. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad you enjoy it. This is going to be a super fun deck. I mean, also, if you're going to be playing it, highly suggest... let me grab this real quick. So, the person who made the gift for this card, the gift bundle version of it, Oliver, they do signings a lot at MagicCon, so you can get that pretty easily as well. Just to let you know. Same with Mark. I know you probably like that bling, boy. All right, y'all. Next commander today is for Wheelmaster. It is Mr. Foxglove. I had actually not heard of this commander until I got to cook it. I had never played it, never played against it, and I can't believe I haven't because this commander is awesome. It is awesome. I don't know if you guys have read it yet, but let me go ahead and read it for you and explain what this deck does. So, Mr. Foxglove says, whenever Mr. Foxglove attacks, draw cards equal to the number of cards in defending player's hand. minus the number of cards in your hand. That means if your opponent has 6 and you have 5, you will draw a card. And then if you did not draw any cards, meaning you attack someone with less cards in your hand, you may put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield immediately. So let's look at the disgusting degeneracy we're going to be doing with this commander. We're going to be putting in Galta for free. We're going to be putting in all of the Praetors for free. Jin-Gitaxias, Vorinclex Voice of Hunger, Terastodon, Galta again, Avacyn, Ancient Silver Dragon, Old Gnawbone, Nyx Bloom Ancient, Nezahal, Primal Tide, Coma, and of course, Our Lady in White. Oh, whoops. I accidentally got rid of her. Elish Norn. Ran Cenobite. Just insane. Absolutely insane. And then we're also going to be using Kodama to get double triggers, as well as Roaming Throne. This list runs about every mana dork under the sun. I think we're running a total of 9 that are within the colors, correct? Yep. And then we have Fanatic of Ronis, Sakura Tribe Elder, and Loot for some more ramp. Our ramp package includes Farseek, Nature's Lore, 3 Visits, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, and then we are also going to be running Grow Spiral for extra land drops. And then we're going to be running some Howling Salt Mine for some extra card draw, as we do need it. And we always want our opponents to be drawing extra cards. So Howling Salt Mine helps us in both ways. And then we want Abundance to only draw our bombs and not lands once our commander is out. And Exploration and Burgeoning to get the lands out of our hand quickly, because we always want to be drawing cards. So let me show you how this plays. On turn 1, you want to be getting as many cards out of your hand as physically possible and getting all the lands out of your deck as fast as possible. So, Flooded Strand, crack. We're going to go get any of our dual lands. We're going to go ahead and grab Temple Garden. Sure. Can we get that? Yes. Forest Plains. Okay, good. And we're going to play Sol Ring. Next turn, we play Brushland, Loot, and we're going to be playing an extra land drop. Next turn, land drop into our commander. Bonk. And then we can hold up 1 blue mana for Strict Serenade, and we have Flawless Maneuver. Let's say it's turn 3. This is bracket 4. Someone's going to try to kill your commander. We're going to Flawless Maneuver that. We don't like that. Boo, boo, boo. Someone tries to play their commander on their turn. We don't like that. Strict Serenade. They don't have no commander. We're going to tap our Windswept Heath. We're going to go grab a dual land. Where do we got? What do we got? What's the first one we hit? Breeding Pool. Yeah, sure. And we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to play Approach of the Second Sun. Now, y'all are about to laugh really hard. Approach of the Second Sun, cast. It says if Approach of the Second Sun was cast from hand and you've cast this before, you win the game. If not, you put it 7 from the top and you gain 7 life. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or 6. You take out 6, and we're gonna put these on top of our library. We're at 1 card in hand right now. 1. Someone's gonna have 6 cards in hand, right, guys? 6, let's say 7, right? Attack him with Mr. Foxglove. Draw 6. Play an extra land drop for turn through Loot. We'll play Exotic Orchard. We'll play Burgeoning. We'll get to play an extra land on their turn. Turn 5? After drawing all of that... Oh, sorry. We're supposed to draw 1 more. We have Approach of the Second Sun in our hand, and again, the next turn to immediately cast and win the game. And guess what? But Death Cat, what if they counter it? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It says if you have cast it. And so we have a counter spell in hand ready to go. All right. Now, I showed you the funny plan. The funny Second Sun plan. Let's get even deeper down the rabbit hole, shall we? Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Only one land in hand. This hand is so cracked. That sucks. This hand's okay. It's okay. We get Wedding Ring out on turn 3. It's a little slow for my taste. Just a little bit. But we do get to draw 2 cards every time. I'll put it back. I'll put it back. I'd put this back. Okay, going down to 6. There we go. Much better. Okay. So we're down to 6. We're going to put Roaming Throne at the bottom of our library. Funny enough. We're draw for turn. We're going to play Bountiful Promenade into a Llanowar. Draw. Breeding Pool into a Growth Spiral. Oh, we don't have the... Oh, sorry. Got to tap that for blue. Growth Spiral. Play a land for turn. Draw a card. Or play the extra land through Growth Spiral. Tap. Ooh, actually, do we Arbor Elf here or do we Farseek? Arbor Elf. Rejuvenating Springs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Foxglove. Next turn. Don't play your land yet. Don't play your creature yet. Find someone with 3 cards in hand. Tap, attack. Free Nezahal Prime. On turn 4. And then you can play your land, play out your creature, play your Farseek. Forest tapped. Next turn. Attack someone with 5 cards in hand. Draw 4. Play out a spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can go get Finale of Devastation. X equals 8. Go get Craterhoof, baby. Boom. Win the game. So this deck normally aims to win turn 4 or 5. Or, sorry, present a win. They're very easy to stop wins, so your friends will counter the commander or kill the commander. But it's possible. It's very, very possible to put up early wins. How we feeling? Gabe, how we feeling? Not exactly the plan I was going for, but it still works. I'll take that. I will take that. I rarely go for the plan most people were thinking at first. That is normally what we're thinking. But I think the second plan we talked about, not the Approach the Second Sun plan, where you get to slam down big baddies. I think you're going to be pretty happy with that, right? This was a fun one to make. I was really excited when you showed the commander. Didn't know about it. Super cool. It's super, super, super cool. All right. Our next commander is for Kanan. Oh, are you not last? Oh. Otter, Pirate, and Soul. You were last. Kanan, I told you were last. You're not. You're third from last. I'm so sorry. My apologies. You asked 4, and I'm going to make sure I got this right. I think you said bracket 5 on this one, right, Kanan? Is that correct, or is this bracket 4? It's bracket 4. Yes, it was bracket 4. I see now. So we don't include Thoracle into this, obviously. Okay. I looked up bracket 4 versions of this list. Was it 3? Uh-oh. Was it 3? Let me double check. Did I include it at 3? Let's see here. Go to your submitted. I have bracket 4 listed here. It's for this one, right? For your Sidri? Okay, that's okay. We can fix this. We can fix this. I'm going to show you the bracket 4 version I made you, but We will very easily be able to fix that and during the deck roasting stream. It's okay. We'll bring this deck back up for the deck roasting stream. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play it for you so you can see what's going on real quick, and then we're going to go over the picks. Okay, y'all? But first off, let's talk about it. Sidri, Galvanic Genius. It's an Esper, 1 blue, target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its converted mana cost. What this means, guys, if any of you guys play free artifacts, like if your friends play like Mox Opal, Mox Jasper, for 1 blue, you can destroy it because it'll turn into a 0/0 creature and die. Then white-black, target artifact creature gains death touch and lifelink until end of turn, meaning your artifact creatures, which we have a fair amount of here, will turn into lifelink death touchers. Very, very, very good. And then this deck loves to run out Mycosynth Lattice. It'll turn all of your opponent's non-land permanents, or sorry, all of your opponent's permanents in general into artifacts. And if you play Karn, they won't work anymore. It means all of your opponent's stuffs are artifacts, and then Karn says activated abilities of artifacts your opponents control cannot be activated. And then once you do have Mycosynth Lattice out, once this is on the field, you can use your commander to destroy all of their lands for 1 blue at a time. Ugh. Ugh. Nasty stuff. Just nasty. I'm going to make sure that nothing went wrong here. Okay, good. Sorry, I got a ton of messages randomly on text. I thought something was wrong. We're good. So, let's show you how this plays. Ooh, close to being a good hand. Close again. Oh, no, it's good. It's good. Yeah, this hand's not bad. It just needs 1 island is the problem. This hand really needed 1 island. So let me grab one just so I can show you what this looks like. There's an island. Okay, there's an island. We're good. So the main point of this deck is casting things that go get artifacts. That's one of the main points when playing it. So first turn we'll draw, play out a land and pass. Next turn, play a land, play Talisman. Next turn, Den. We either can play out our commander, we can play out Rhystic Study, or we can play out the One Ring. We're going to play out the One Ring. So we'll tap, draw a card. Next turn, Polluted Delta. We're going to go get Scrubland. And we're going to play Unwinding Clock. Unwinding Clock says untap all artifacts you control during each other player's untap step. So this turn, you draw 2. On your next friend's turn, you draw 3. On your next friend's turn, you draw 4. Back to your turn on turn 5 now. Draw 5. Yep. How you feeling? This deck's insane. This deck is insane. You have so many things you can do now. You can cast Emery, you have a Chrome Mox, you have Memnon, and then you can look at the top card of your library and cast spells from there. Dude. You have Oswald to go get any artifact you want out of the deck. You have Rhystic Study and War of Invention as a tutor. Bro. Just nasty. Absolutely nasty. So, a big thing you want to do in this deck, Kanan, is to get Tezzeret Cruel Captain. He is insanely good in this deck. So, what Tezzeret does differently in this deck than it does in most, and the reason I think it's like one of the new best cards for any Artifacts Matters deck, is that Tezzeret Cruel Captain says whenever an artifact you control enters the battlefield, put a put a loyalty counter on him. He comes in at 4 already at 3 mana. Then search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less, put into your hand, and then shuffle. So, there's a lot of cards you want in this deck, but the biggest one you want is Sensei's Divining Top. So, let's get a hand, and let's go get Tezzeret Cruel Captain, so I can show you how nasty this is. Shuffle, and then we'll draw 6. Okay. So we're going to draw one for turn. We're going to go Invention Spare, Soul Ring, Dimir Signet. Now, we pay 3, and we do Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. I guess so. We wouldn't have cast Dimir Signet. We would have just cast Tezzeret, right? And then we're going to -3 him down to... How do I remove it without... Is there a shorthand for removing counters? Remove loyalty. Okay, so I just got to tap. Okay. Oops. Oh, okay, I see. Right click is... Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. When I left click on him. What the heck? Remove a loyalty counter. Right click. Remove loyalty counters. What? Oh, set loyalty counters. That's the easy way to do. Okay, cool. Anyway, he goes down to 1. You search your library. You go get an artifact card. In this case, on turn 2, and it says for an artifact. Okay, great. So we're going to go get Ancient Den. We're then going to play Ancient Den, and he's going to go up 1. Next turn. Oh my god, it happened. We naturaled into it. All right. Time for me to show you guys the full combo. Sorry, I was on the wrong screen there. All right, y'all. This is disgusting. Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. You pay 2. Azorius Signet. He goes up to 3. 4. We're going to play out the Unwinding Clock if we want to. But in this case, we're going to do the Dimir Signet and float the 1 instead. Goes up to 4. And then next turn, you have so many ways to win the game from here. It's disgusting. But the biggest thing that we go do is at this point, you can go search with any tutor. And you go find your secret commander in this list. Tivit, Seller of Secrets. And Tivit instantly goes infinite with your time sieve. Or his time, the total time sieve. So Tivit says whenever it enters or attacks, you make 5 artifacts. You make your opponents get to choose 1 of each. And you get to make 2 of 1. So Tivit says whenever it enters or attacks, each player has to vote. And they either vote time or evidence or bribery. If it's evidence, you get to investigate. If it's bribery, you get a treasure token. Every time you attack, you make 5 more artifacts, and then you sacrifice them to time sieve, and you get to take an extra turn, and you go infinite. You instantly make infinite turns with Tivit and get to attack the table out. It's disgusting. So, you want a bracket 3 version of this list? Enter this in as your roast, and I got you. And I will make you a bracket 3 version of this without the 2 card and 1 card infinites, but still with a majority of this. But I think you're gonna love it. It's very fun. So we'll get that done up for you, Kanan. And then you have a bracket 3 and 4 of this list. Not a bad thing. Our next list. Ooh, you know what? Otter Pirate, I want to save yours for last. Soul, where are you, buddy? It is time for your Yuriko list. Oh, Kanan, I'm so happy. Yeah, it's artifact heaven. That list is so much fun. Your Seedry list is awesome. All right, Codex Resist. I will ping you on Discord as I know you're at work right now and don't get to see this. This is your Yuriko CEDH list that I worked hard on. Oh, Kanan, I'm so glad you enjoy it. So, the difference between my Yuriko CEDH list I made for you, Soul, and anyone else that you find out there is I've maximized your ninja flips. So if you guys haven't read Yuriko before, Yuriko says, whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. Each opponent loses life equal to that card's converted mana cost. So that means when you attack with Yuriko, you can flip Emrakul the Promised End off the top of your library and your opponents lose 13 life instantly. And then, if you have something like Roaming Throne out, you get to flip again. Let's say you flip into Shadow of Mortality. Now they've lost 28 total life in one turn. And it also says whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage in general. So Changeling Outcast even activates it. So as you can see, as we're rolling by here, we have so many ninjas. Let's do a quick head count. We have 1. We're going to make ninjas with our Planeswalker. So 2, 3, let's see here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 15 ninjas in the list. So we're normally going to have at least 2 out when we're doing this stuff. But the biggest thing you do in this list, and what's so much fun, and my version of Jila runs that most don't anymore, or sorry, of Yuriko, is Doomsday. Doomsday says search your library for 5 cards, exile the rest, put those on the top of your library. That means we can stack the top of our library with all the highest CMC cards, flip them with Yuriko, and then instantly kill the table. Most don't run Doomsday anymore. I think it's so much fun. We're running things like Contagion. You may pay 1 life, remove a black card from your hand. If you do, effects that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to counter life loss, and put 2 -2/-1 counters distributed any way chosen creatures. That means you can kill 2 1/1 creatures or 1 2/2 creature with Contagion. And the reason we run cards like this that allow us to exile cards from our hand but have high CMC is because Yuriko wants high CMC really, really badly in order to flip and deal damage to our opponents and like make them lose life. So it's really, really helpful. A large part of this as well is that we need to control the table. So we do have a lot of control magic. And then I added in another extra bit with Blood Chief's Ascension. Whenever a card is put into opponent's graveyard, as long as it has 3 or more quest counters on it, they lose 2 life. You gain 2 life. That goes infinite with Mind Crank. And then a card that goes nuts with this is Mnemonic Betrayal. We all have known this on this channel. It's one of my favorite ways to win the game. Blood Chief's Ascension says whenever a card enters a graveyard, Mnemonic Betrayal says exile cards from the graveyard and return them at end step. That means it will trigger Blood Chief's Ascension. So let me show you guys how this works. We want cards like Memnite in our hand because it'll allow us to attack in on turn 1 and or Universal Automaton. But this deck runs at a severely small amount of lands, like a really, 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 really small amount of lands. Often you'll only see 1 in hand. So a deck like this often needs to run a lot of pitch cards as well. And because of the pitch cards, we can't run that many lands. So in a hand like this, we would play the Misty Rainforest. We wouldn't play Misty Rainforest first. My bad. We'd play Undercity Sewers. We look at the top card of our library. It's a land. We do want that, so we'll keep that on top. Next turn. We would have actually, we would have played the Misty Rainforest first. Sorry, let me get my bearings here. I misdid that first turn. Underground Sea. Boop. And we would have casted our Indigenous Prodigy. Next turn, so this turn, we Mox Diamond, pitch the Undercity Sewers, and we play a land. Actually, we can Mox Diamond the Swamp, play the Undercity Sewers, look at the top card, Bogwart Trawler, we can discard that. That's only 3 CMC. We attack in with our creature. Yuriko comes in, we flip the top card, it's a Scalding Tarn, just goes into our hand. No big deal. We're going to pay 2 to cycle Street Wraith and draw Brainstorm. We're going to Scalding Tarn. We're going to go get our black-blue land. Drowned. Right? Drowned Catacombs? No. What is it? I'm blanking really hard right now. It's looking through our lands right now. Not Underground River. The Black Blue Shockland. How am I forgetting it? Watery Grave. I knew it was something with water. There we go. And so now, this is nasty. You guys are going to love this. So we play the Ingenious Prodigy on 1. Attack in. And then once we know that there's no blockers, Brainstorm, and we draw 3, and we're going to put Temporal Trespass on top of our library. Flip the top card, and we're going to deal 11 damage to everyone. And immediately hit the table for 11. So the table has now lost. We're going to show their life, 29. Most people have fetched and shocked by now, so the table's probably about 26 life. From here, next turn, we're going to ninjutsu with silver for master as well. And then we have Deadly Rollick, Force of Will, and Misdirection to help the table out. So the Snatcher doesn't has a target as well, which is the Prodigy, so we're good there. So let's say someone tries to go for a win. It's turn 3. It's CDH. That's pretty normal. We would Force of Will, pitching the Misdirection. Very normal. And then someone else tries to go for a win with their commander. We'll hit them with the Deadly Rollick. This is CDH. Turn 3, that's going to happen. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so excited for y'all to see this. I am so excited. Bloodstained Mire. Oh, man. Turn 4, baby. Turn 4. Bloodstained Mire is going to go get a swamp. Let's find her a swamp. Oh, yeah. Duh, I can just search for the swamp. Find her a swamp. We're going to cast Limdul's Vault. And we're going to go look for different piles of 5. So Limdul's Vault, if you haven't read this card before, says, look at the top 5 cards of your library. As many times as you choose, you may pay 1 life. Put those cards at the bottom of your library in any order. Then look at the top 5 cards of your library. Then shuffle and put the last card you looked at away on top in any order. That means we can look at a pile of 5 cards in our hand, choose its order, and put it on top of our library. And if we don't like it, we can put it on the bottom of our library. So let's look at the top pile here. This is not very high CMC. So we're going to put this at the bottom of our library. Pay 1 life, do it again. Not a lot of high CMC. Bottom of the library. Top 5. Not a lot of high CMC. Bottom of library. Oh, whoops. Must have missed those. Look at the top 5 again. No high CMC. Put it at the bottom of the library. And we're going to keep doing this until we find a pile of really high CMC cards. There we go. There we go. That's what we want to see. Dear God. And we're going to put these back in this order. Okay. Now, put that into the graveyard. We're now going to pay 3 mana and cast Temporal Trespass, exiling 8 cards from our graveyard. And we're going to take an extra turn after this one. Attack in with Yuriko. Reveal the top card of our library. Deal 13 damage to our opponents. They're down to 13. Most people have shocked and fetched at this point too. Go to our next turn. So make sure we have, we should have done it like this. Go to our next turn. We're going to put in Skull Snatcher, Ninjutsu, attack in, and kill the table by flipping. It's so much fun. This is such a fun deck. Doomsday Yuriko is so awesome. So Soul, I hope you enjoy the deck. I hope I've taught you enough on how to play it. If not, hit me up on Discord. Yeah, the Doomsday pile is so much more fun. Totally agree. Limb Duels is also just as good for that, though. Thankfully. All right. Here we go, guys. Last deck of the day. Last deck of the day. Otter Pirates. Krufix, God of Horizons, Gentleman's Group Hug. Gentleman's Group Hug. Otter Pirate, you asked me to make a deck all for the gentleman. You wanted a deck that shows how sophisticated you are, right? Now, Otter, I need you to understand something. I looked into what the most gentlemanly card was possible, right? I looked at all the guys in suits, you know, really suave, you know, right? Top hat monocle stuff, right? Originally, I built your deck, and it was all about the art, like gentlemanly art. And then I realized, what is more gentlemanly than a humble group hug deck where everyone gets to have extra mana, extra land drops, extra cards? Give them a chance, right? Give them a chance. And then you force them to draw their entire libraries. How do we like about that? One spell, they draw their entire library. And then you just watch them duke it out. You just let them do it. Or, if you don't want them to duke it out, you get to say, no, draw your entire library, instantly lose the game. So, a true gentleman lets them play the game, you know? But a refined man forces them to play the game. So what we do is Kruphix says that if unused mana would be emptied from your pool, it becomes colorless. The entire game, you just count to 90. The entire game, or like 85 will normally do it, just 85. And once you've done that, you get to cast Minds Aglow, Prosperity, or Sky Scribing, and force the entire table to draw their entire deck and lose the game. Or, as a gentleman, if you want the game to progress, you can merely make X 20 and have your opponents all draw 20 cards. And then if you have Consecrated Sphinx out, you get to draw 2 cards for every card they draw. So, let me show you how this plays. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, we like this. We like this. Okay. Turn 1. Balagad Recovery. Right? Oh, not that one. Sorry. I read it wrong. We want... Oh, shoot. We don't have a single green on turn 1. That sucks. I forgot Balagad Recovery wasn't a land that shocks in. Let me just go to Forest so I can explain it. So, Forest. And then we're going to play Collective Voyage from seat 4. It says, starting with you, each player may pay any amount of mana. Each player then searches their library for X basic land cards, where X is the total mana value paid. 2 of your opponents are probably down for that. On average, 1 to 2. So we all go get instantly on turn 1 3 basics. Not bad. You know, just turn 1 3 basics. Next turn, you're going to play Flooded Grove, Utopia Sprawl, Elodomri's Vineyard, and Horn of Greed. Now, everyone gets 2 extra mana on their upkeep and draws an extra card and plays an extra land. And they draw a card whenever they play a land. So you'll draw a card from playing yours here. Now, turn 3. The game's gone pretty far, right? We're doing a lot. Reliquary Tower. We're going to add 2 green through mana through Elodomri's Vineyard. We're then going to play Mana Reflections to make it 4. And then we're going to cast Kruphix with 1 floating mana. So we're going to add a counter here. We have 1 floating mana through Kruphix, and we're going to have drawn a card through that. Next turn, Helm of Awakening, if you want. All spells cost 1 less to cast. But we're going to do Heartbeat of Spring for 3. And then we're going to make a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mana. 16. We'll cast Kami. We'll draw from playing a land. We'll cast Dictate Kruphix. Why not? Draw So now everyone gets an additional draw at instep. Why not? Their spells cost 1 less to cast. And why not an extra draw of theirs as well? Next turn, make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll be up to 28 mana. Have everyone draw 26 cards. And so the idea here is when you want to hold back and you don't have anything to do on your turn, all of it goes colorless through Crewfix, and you get to pump it into whatever insane spell you have the next turn. It's so much fun. So much fun. So, other things to do in this list. If you want to spam get a bunch of colorless mana, you play Seedborn Muse to untap. You play Unstoppable Plan to untap, and Wilderness Reclamation and Awakening. You're going to give your gentleman a fine meal, as Memo says. But here's the biggest thing, Autopirate. If you get up to 40 mana, you can use Doubling Cube to double the mana in your pool. And then it untaps with Seedborn. So every turn when you untap, you get to untap the Doubling Cube and double your pool again and get like 200 mana. And then just go ham the next turn. It's so much fun. And then, to caveat all that off, if you find Chromatic Orrery, all that mana, it doesn't matter that it's colorless now. You may span mana as those any color. All of these deck lists will be on the Discord. We went through 9 decks today, guys. 9 decks today. How was that? How are we feeling? How are we feeling about the decks today, guys? Was that fun? Was that fun, everybody? Did we like that? Did we like that? How was that today? How was that today? Amens, baby. Amens, baby. Oh, my goodness. That was awesome. That was just sick nasty. Let me get my background a little more in check. Here we go. All the cards back there. How was that? That was so much fun. 9 freaking decks. Can you imagine a month ago me saying we had 9 decks to make on a single stream? Dude. This is God is good. God is good. That's all I gotta say. We have an awesome community. You guys are the best. I can't wait to just keep doing this every week. 2 to 3 times a week. It's so much fun. It's so much freaking fun. Let's check to see if we got any prayer requests before we sign off here. Okay, guys, we have 2 prayer requests real quick before we sign off on stream. You learned so much magic today. Hey, what's up, honey? Everyone, it's my wife, Catherine. Everyone say hi. Hi, baby. Hello. Oh, I'm so glad I added the spice for you, Fuzzy. All right, y'all. It is time for our prayer requests. So we have 2. Our first one. Oh yeah, let me put our little background music on that we like to do. All right, y'all. We got 2 prayer requests today. We have one from, let's see here, individual from Zach, and we have one from Mads Haley. So let's go to the Lord real quick and let's close out this awesome stream. Lord, thank you so much for another stream. Thank you so much for this community. Thank you so much for all the time they spend with me and all the encouragement and all the love they send, the support, both emotionally, financially, and in community. It's such a blessing, and none of us should ever take something like this for granted. It's because of you and your love. Lord, I want to lift up Zach. We'll be praying for his beloved Corky Otto. currently rehoming him with a friend, so please pray that goes well. Zach, we pray so heavily that your Corky does well, rehoming goes well. And not only that, we ask that you get to see them often again. I don't want you to have to be separated from your pet. Lord, we also pray for Haley. Your grandmother passed away this weekend. It's been very hard on you, and you love prayer to help for a good trip to heaven. Lord, our grandparents are some of the nicest people we ever have in our life. Haley, having lost your grandmother, Lord, we don't just ask for the comfort that comes with a passing. Lord, I ask you that you deliver Haley to deliver the love she got from her grandmother to others, that her family receives rest from this, and Lord, that you receive her grandmother, that with open arms, that she's there, she is now healed, she is in full presence with you. And Lord, thank you so much for Haley being here with us. Thank you so much for Zach. Thank you so much for the prayer requests. And we ask that you continue to put your hand over this community. It can be really hard to ask for big things. It can be very difficult, but that's what you're for. We're here to ask the big things. Amen. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Honey, it's so good to see you. Hey, baby, how you doing? Hope work's going well. I am so thankful for this group. I care about all of you guys. Please, if you can, make sure to send in your prayer requests. I'd love to pray for you. Even if you're not Christian, like this is not a, if you're just Christian thing, please ask questions. Please definitely make sure to send in your prayer requests. We'd love to talk. It's all love. All love. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I am so excited for Thursday's stream. We have so many decks coming up. Hopefully new videos out tomorrow as well. I'm going to be working with the editor. So, thank God for a new editor. We're very excited about that. I've been editing all my own content up until now. So this is going to be a big change of pace in a good way. Thank you guys so much again. And thank you to all who donated this stream. I'm so thankful. You guys donated $135 today. That is going to be going toward my church, and it's going to be going toward my friends and some food for tonight. I'm going to be sending you guys some pictures of the Bible study, and a thank you to all of those who donated, so you can check out the Discord for that and see the pictures from that. Thank you guys for your continued support. I'll see you guys next stream. See you guys on Thursday. And see you guys at MagicCon soon. Woo! MagicCon Atlanta. See you guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.